Hey, it's Jamie Sletsky, and I'm just finishing up a diagram that I wanted to share with you. So basically what I wanted to talk about today is how your website lives online. So you can see here, I'm kind of building a couple of apartments, okay? So here we go. Let's finish this up. And there we go. So your apartments, okay. So we've got this big thing here, and this is an apartment complex. We've got a couple of different apartment buildings. And let's figure that's your hosting. That is your hosting, your apartment complexes. And then you have an IP address. Okay, so your IP address is going to be basically the name of this door, okay, or this door. And it may be that the hosting provider uses the same IP address for multiple buildings, but in the scheme of things, let's call the IP address the door. And then you have your domain name, and that is your unit, okay? So what happens is you have this big, huge hosting company, and they have a few IP addresses that they share among all of the units inside their building. And in order for a web browser to actually find which unit you are, instead of it just being your IP address, they actually need to know your domain name. And there's some magic, it's just like the intercom system inside an apartment complex. You don't necessarily know how it goes from the intercom on the outside to that building. You just know that direct access from the door to that unit is made very easy, just the same way as your domain name is very easily accessible from the browsers because of these other layers behind them. So let's talk real quick, and I'm going to just erase this board. Let's talk real quick about your hosting options, okay? So you've got what I just described here as shared hosting, where everybody kind of plays nice with each other. Now, if you're anything like me, and you probably went to college and had a very loud neighbor, if that loud neighbor is just like always using the intercom and always using the door and access, it makes it very difficult for people to come find you. And just the same way as when you've got a very loud neighbor in your hosting environment, they may be hogging the resources. And that's why some people rate different hosting providers higher, even if it's the same shared hosting, is because some of them allow larger, more boisterous neighbors, which can deplete the availability of utilities for you. So that is, in a nutshell, what I wanted you to understand with regards to your hosting and being found online in the shared hosting environment. Check out more from what I've got over at simplyjamie.com, and this is part 1 in my 3-part series that I'm putting out this week. So I'll see you in a couple days.